Sup, YouTube? Welcome to Race Week 40. I am Goff the Sometimes Great, here with another blind run. This week we've got a heavy cargo javelin, and it's a big one. I think it's the largest size that there is. We have 5 work orders, databanks, mechanical pieces, nacelles, nanocarbon, and most interestingly, aluminum. Now, despite being a blind run, this is actually like day 4 of Race Week, and I've seen a ton of runs from like Taco and Tacovax and Sevilla and all the other peeps and 0GH. So this isn't blind at all. Again, more tips and tricks video than blind run. Hope it turns out okay. I wasn't originally going to do this video because there's actually a credit drive on this ship. Which is, for those that don't know, it's a thing you can collect that has a randomized value anywhere from 500 to I think 50,000 credits. And in race, that's just frankly undesirable. We like as little RNG as possible in our races. At least the current audience does, me included. So I wasn't originally going to do this out of like protest, but I have word from someone trustworthy that the devs have logged the bug since we reported it like the first time we saw one, and they recently escalated it to a higher priority. It's just that the dev in charge of this kind of thing is a little busy. So I have faith it'll get fixed, and I'm pretty satisfied with that response. I do wish it was like just implemented already, but you know, the game has to be made, and this isn't exactly the main audience, so I totally understand. Anyway, what am I doing? You saw me take off the antenna and the cockpit there just by like disconnecting it from the cut points. Easy peasy. What I did just now with the fuel tank is actually kind of a new subtle tech. When I tether it down, this evil Oreo thing, I yank it back to the left to give this fuel tank some space, and then I pull it forward at just the right timing, which allows the tank down there to drift, but this one, or rather, it allows the tank there to come free. And this tank, generally tends to float toward the middle, where it's nice and easy to punt down later, and while that's going on, you can put the charges on the nacelles up here. See, I can just like do this, and then move on. If you get good at that, I think it's a couple seconds faster than the babysit method that I believe everyone else is doing this week. But here I optimized it, and they'll never know. Unfortunately, this ship has random pressure, so I'm gonna be checking pressure by toggling my scanner every now and then. This should be okay to demo charge despite the pressure on the inside, but if you really wanted to clear it, you could just burn out the door. See, that just comes out nice and breezy. No physics at all. Do this. That comes free, and this can get punted down. I can tether this, or just push it. And that should all go pretty well. There's no need, if we're doing this this demo charge thing on the airlock here, to go to the back and remove the thruster cap, because it's already taken care of at this moment. I'm gonna go inside now and cut the reactor free. So last week I talked about the mysteriously valuable aluminum panel here and how to cut it off. I think last week what I did was, oh shoot, what did I do? I shot into here and I blew the tank, which severed the wall. Nowadays we do this. We obliterate, or at least we separate this beam on all 4 sides from the very front of this plate, and that results in a clean separation from the you'll see. Bam. that comes out. The wall comes out. Nice and clean. Oh shoot, I didn't, Okay, remember to do that next time. So with the thruster cap still on, there's actually a possibility that if you boop this too hard, the thruster will rupture. It's important to not do that, so never use a full charge push in this configuration. Only go for partials or loose pushes. That comes out, and this is now free, so I can tether this down. MVAP is free, that's going to the barge, and this can get tethered to that processor's caution tape line. So really it says 2 tethers work, so I'm gonna try that for now. Pull all this crap out.
Processing valuable objects. Credit awarded.
1, 2. There's one up here. Because there's a door that goes up there. That's a door console. And there's one on the inside as well. The airlock console's over here. And then I can move on to this thing. So that's still pressurized, but we don't care. I think I can just cut this free and be fine. We'll see. Yeah, we're good. Okay, tether that down, tether this down. Again, you can just burn out the thing for a safety compression, but we don't give a flying frig on this channel, so I'm just gonna blow this up. Bam. It'll complain, it'll make noises, but nothing will actually happen. So, I noticed I skipped the crates up front. I want to do the back first because this is the, more volatile part of the run, I guess. It's easier to screw up. I want to get that out of the way before, tackling what I think is the easier part of the run. Because it's better to get the hard stuff out of the way, early, in case you have to reset. Okay, next, I want to get rid of this whole back section, so I'm gonna cut it free. To do that, you just have to sever these aluminum beams here. I think there's like 9 of them or something, so you have to do some weird angled split saw magic. And you can get it in 3 cuts if you're good, but I'm not good, so I got it in 4. And with that, this entire rear section is free and can be towed into the mount of the processor. I think 2 tethers should do it. Obviously 2 wasn't enough for that big piece there, but maybe I did it wrong. Okay, that goes down. That one has stuff in the way, I'll get it later. And then we handle this airlock. I'm gonna burn out the door for safety.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I'm not sure if any of that's actually worth grabbing. It's like $1,000 each. This ball's worth like 900. Food pack, rather. But, you know. Might as well, I guess. It's been a while since we had a javelin, so I think this is the first time I'm showing this off on a blind run. To remove these double airlocks, we bomb here and here. We bomb such that we place them kind of biased toward the center of the vessel. That way it severs this wall specifically. And then if the rear cage was still attached, we'd also make a cut right here afterward. And you'll see how this comes apart. Like this. This comes off. This is what would be attached if we hadn't made that cut. And then the airlocks can slide free. And I see some sparking in there, but they're usually... Okay, yeah, it's just barely fine. The airlock console is just barely fine. Which is good. Now this is set up for later. I want... no one else is doing this, but I am. At least for now. They're gonna know when I do it. I want to... My plan is to separate the inner hull from
level stabilizing.
from the rest of all these shell rings, and then
Processing. Credits
dunk the sucker into the barge. And part of that is removing this little section of hull here. It makes the center of mass more readable of the ship, and it also lets me kind of... Why do I do this? Maybe this gets cut later. I don't know, but I'm gonna go for it for now. This is the route I used in my world record attempts when I was trying to go for most salvage possible in one shift in the previous game version. And it worked for me there. Okay, so this should just come off. Yeah. Okay, that's mostly titanium, so it goes in the processor. That's pressurized. I think this should be fine. A little spooky. A little nanocarbon loss.
valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
We can grab some of that later. But anyway, you make cuts at these white lines on this titanium panel here to remove them from the structure.
Deposit.
It comes off in a nice 3-piece set, which I can punt into there. And that just goes.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Okay, now the tedious portion. Tether, 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 tether. We have a small, kinda carpal tunnel mitigation technique here, where we float above the crates. This reduces the amount of mouse movement needed to get the tethers down to the barge, and also lets you do it super quick. Highly recommended. The ship's kind of a pain in the ass, and anything you can do to save yourself the physical pain of having to run the thing a dozen times for a score is just nice.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
Especially now that these things require 2 tethers each to reliably get down to the barge. It's really annoying.
Salvage secured. Account
Is that
credit
okay.
applied.
I believe there are 38 crates on this ship, which means there are a total of 76 required tethers
Secured.
just for this section alone, not even counting the armor plates, which take 12 more. Not where I should be here. There we go.
Caution. Tether supplies running low.
I like removing the armor plates before I do the top section, the top set of crates, because I think it makes a little... It clears the way to the barge a bit better. Okay, so up here...
Salvage
Oh, shit.
secured. Account credit applied. Warning. No tethers remaining.
Yeah.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
That was a bad tether. So, float above them. Lay a bazillion blind tethers. From this angle, the tethers will snap to the front of the crate. This face here, rather than the top. Kind of on their own.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Please.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits.
Okay. That should all go to the right place. I'm gonna make sure to babysit these a bit. I know in the previous version of the game they would sometimes float into the processor if left to their own devices, which was quite annoying. I'm out of tethers. I checked for pressure on this airlock and I see it does have some. I may just burn this out.
Credits deposited.
In fact, I will. As set up for later. Let's go below, get this last set of plating. You're gonna float in the wrong direction. You might float in the wrong direction. Okay. What did I just grab onto? I don't know. Okay. Crates next. This is very tedious and not the best for your hand health. I don't expect us to fight very hard for this score at the end of the week. If only because it's so physically taxing to do so. Okay, grab that one fuse there. My way to the front. So again, I'm trying to separate this whole inner hull section from the rings around it. But first, it requires some prep. I'm gonna cut into this. At the white line here. But I'm not gonna go all the way yet. I'm just gonna open myself a little corner to Kool-Aid Man through. Then we're gonna separate the front out. This is just kind of logistically easier. When you have space, I want to shoot these from the front so I can see them a bit better. It's kind of hard to work with back here. Work with the angle back here. So I missed the top cut points, is that it? This should be free? No? What'd I miss? What? Did I have to do all 4 of these? I guess I do. Okay, so that front is free. At this point, you should look at the barge and see if there's any crates that didn't make it. Just make sure you lay a tether on them to confirm that they're salvage. If I cut these cut points, this ring will come free. I can process that now. And then we can free this. Okay. So, cut as close to the as possible. That should come free, that should come free. There. I think I went a bit too deep there, because I didn't cut this corner. We'll fix that in a second. Yeah. I don't want to hit anything collaterally, so I'm gonna go really close here and get that. Yeah, too deep. Please don't bounce. Okay. Okay, now to make sure this comes out cleanly, I need to burn off the rest of the titanium here. These little corners get caught. Get caught on the hull if I leave them, which is very, very bad for what we're doing. Refill. The goal of my route here is to end in about 15 minutes. I'm not sure if I can manage that in the real route. It's like this has more crates than the last heavy cargo that I did for the world record attempts, and that takes a lot of time just to process. Make sure you get that last cut point. That one always screws me over. Quick scanner tap would guarantee you see that. Okay. Don't hit the fuel can. Alright, so this thing's weight is now 32,000. Everything else is 10,000. I forgot to do one thing here. This back ring tends to not come off, tends to not like go cleanly, so I usually like to separate it, blow it in half like this. Okay, so now, go to the front. I have 5 charges left. My plan is to buy 1 more set of demo charges, actually. Place them... Okay. What are those storage bins? I'm gonna place them here. I know it's pressurized, but that should be okay, as long as I don't cut into it.
Object accepted for processing. Credit
Alright,
deposited.
this should work. Not as well as I would liked, but that worked. That was okay. Yeah, this is very doable. Okay, I'm gonna drag this into the processor now. That's gonna need a second round of tethers, but that's alright. This goes that way. And while these are going, I'm gonna work on the front. A big part of running these efficiently is concurrency. Making sure you're doing more than one thing whenever possible. Don't ever just be waiting for something to happen. If you're waiting, you're not cutting. And if you're not cutting, you're not winning.
Salvage secured. Credit deposited.
Alright, this cube should be free. Tether this to this. And this to the barge. Another tether there. Another tether there.
Credit awarded.
You can get barged. I'm gonna pull you out. I think it's this that gets caught. That the hull gets caught on. I might need to see if I can remove that before I do the blow up step.
Salvage deposited.
But anyway,
Credit transferred.
this hull piece is gonna get towed forward, actually. Remember that longer tethers are stronger, so whenever possible, if you want to move something big really fast, lay a really far tether, although just be aware that it might go a bit further than you want. This is the crappy part, just the waiting. Once this guy is free, which will happen any time now, any day now, I can do this part. So, because of the cut we did back there, this piece's center of mass is pretty much directly above this power generator. I need more demo charges. I'm gonna cut these tethers now. Go in there, go in there.
Tether supplies are low.
So, as I was saying, pretty much right above this power generator. The issue is that there are a bunch of hydroponics things right beneath this too. We make a sacrifice here. We do go for the demo push, and it's gonna blow something up. But it probably... I don't think it kills the hydroponics things if I place it like centered. So this should be okay. I guess I am wrong. Databank destroyed. Okay, good to know. I might need to have a different plan for that. Is this a databank? Storage bin. So I could have also put them back here, I think. This should push it in that direction. Yeah. I just need to be more mindful of the direction that this gets launched, I think. Okay, well, seeing as this one is kind of screwed. I'm just gonna do whatever now. Yank off this power generator. Use it as a pusher. Push this end into the barge, and hopefully it catches. Even the bit catches, it should yank the whole thing into the barge, despite the weird angle. There we go. No? No? You're gonna be shy? Okay, let me fix this. One more demo charge. That should do it. So this score is gonna be terrible. Bad time, bad salvage. But that's the gist of the run. Let's do it right this time. Woohoo, I'm on the board. Oh, I missed an cell. Oh. Okay, let's fix that. If I do this right, I should hit about 25.8 million, I think. If I do it super right, I'm gonna hit 26 million and blow their minds. Let's see what we get. Come on. Come on, gang. Okay. What did I just do? Never mind. One more time. I could actually route the antenna for later and just do the cockpit at first, as our start. Let's try that. Come on. Okay. Interesting. That door's open this time. Check pressure. Top is pressurized. Okay. I'm gonna open this door. Safety thing. Let's do a fuel tank. Okay. Tether. This, yank it back, then forward. Do this. Trust in the force. Yep, floater free. Alright, let's do a quick yank here. Push down, push down. And there's your evil Oreo. Not even gonna check pressure, 'cause it's fine. You gotta trust it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Absolutely no problem.
Credits deposited.
I may have lost some nano, but most of it floated into the processor anyway, on its own.
Salvage secured.
And we're working against time here. I don't think salvage is actually that big of a deal on this ship. Okay, that was a clean MVAP cut on that side. Can I get another one? I think I just did. Yep, that's free. 4 cuts to free the ring. Half charge back. 1, 2 more. I'm gonna yank out one of these while I wait for things to move. Look up. I can free this now. Okay, you. And there we go, that's that.
Credit transferred.
this goes this way. I'm gonna use 3 tethers. I can do the cockpit here. Check pressure, all good. I can cut this aero bridge off. Didn't quite get it. Try now. This is still good. That airlock console is kind of tricky. You gotta make sure you cut behind it, or else it stays right here, which isn't really a problem. It's just nice to be able to tether it down without having to deal with it individually. Demo charge on that remains. Demo charge on that remains. This door comes off. This goes here. This can get tethered into that processor. And then I pull all this. You can go this way. Then we pull all this stuff out. Oh, actually, that ring is still connected. I wasted tethers. And it's also fine. I can leave it there. There's no reason to actually tether this away. It's only if you remove the top and bottom cut points along the MVAP that releases that ring. So that was not necessary at all. Float here. Cut off the middle. That looks clean to me. I'm gonna send you this way this time. 3 tethers. It's less than 4, more than 2. This is good to demo. Okay, that should be fine. Airlock comes out. Airlock comes out. There we go. It was just shy. Okay, and then I do this cut. I missed the top. I can go below, do the antenna. And then I go above, get this antenna. I have 2 more tethers on me, and I shouldn't waste them, so I'm gonna quickly do that. I think I missed the second one there. That's alright. Oh, shoot. And then let's start tethering. I missed a cut. Top and bottom. Wow. Okay. Remember to float close to get this real easy.
Tether supplies are low.
One more tether. I'm going to take a cell down now.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay. That's done. I'm going to do the top here now. Oh, come on. Float properly. Please, thank you. I think that's all good. I lied. Back one's bad.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Tether, tether, tether. Babysit these ones. They tend to bounce off of those clamp things and get
Salvage deposit accepted.
get lost above the processor or the furnace sometimes. And then I'm gonna do the armor plates on this side as well.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Oh gosh. Ensure that stray crate
Tether supplies
makes its
running
way
low.
all the way down.
Object not accepted. Please revisit your training.
I lost an armor plate. I should have babysat them.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
That's alright. This run is so
Secured.
big that you can probably stand to lose some salvage and still like put up a decent score provided your fundamentals are fine.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Was that a missed tether?
Transferred. Caution. Tether supplies are low.
You one more tether. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
all that's left is the underside armor plates. I forgot to cut that back free. Did I forget or did I just let's do it now.
Salvage
Just on
secured.
purpose.
Account credit applied.
Okay, got all the cut points. I need these beams now.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Structural scanner says this is still needs a cut. And that should be free. Okay,
Oxygen reserves are
got the
critical.
titanium off.
Affordable oxygen supplies are available for purchase
Oh,
at the
shit.
Master Jack. Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
That's actually a lot of nanocarbon. Okay, we're gonna get O2. I gotta finish this video soon. I'm actually late for my stream.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
By the way, I stream on Twitch every Sunday at 12 p.m. PST. Twitch.tv/GoffTheGreat.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Catch me if you like, or don't.
Salvage destroyed. Please revisit your training.
Okay, this should be fine. Put that in there. A lot of aluminum came free in that one. Okay. And we crawl along. Go up and over. Goal is to get the other fuses.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Okay. One. Behind me too now. Oh, and the bottom one here. Get these two, top one, and the one over here, and this should be free. Oh, that's a lot of titanium actually. Shoot. It's alright.
Salvage
Stray
secured.
crates.
Credits deposited.
And I think there's a nacelle still floating up that way. Then we cut the titanium. That's free.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, those are all good. Alright, then we cut points here, here, all three. Oh, shit.
Salvage secured. Account credit
Line of
applied.
sight, please. Okay, that's all four.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
One more. Make sure not to hit that fuel can. I think that's all of them. 31,000. That's a good weight.
Credits deposited.
I didn't break the last ring on the back, but that's alright. I'll do it later. And then we just... I think 4 Is what I need to use? Why isn't this going? You know what? We'll just do 2 and 2. Interesting. That didn't, that flew way more forcefully than I thought it would for only 1 charge. Let's try again. Cool. And then this ring can be broken. I should do this a lot earlier in the run. This is wasting time. But that is a lot cleaner. I'll get the top later. No, I won't. I'll just get it now. And this gets towed forward.
Caution.
And while these are all
Tether
moving,
supplies running
I'm gonna
low.
go to the front. That's all my tethers. I'm just gonna cut this free and then tether everything after a refill. Minutes on the timer right now. Not great, but also way better than the others so far. I think I can get this done by 13, I think. Maybe even sooner, if I'm not garbage. 1 demo charge pack, please. Thank you. Okay, you need to come free. Okay, so
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
So I want charges that push it in that direction. There are no hydroponics things on this side of the thing. So I'm going to place my charges here. I want to look slightly forward. I think 4 should do it.
Salvage destroyed. Don't do that.
That sounds like I destroyed nothing important, actually. Maybe 1 more charge right here? That should do it. Okay, now please float in. You need to go there. You need to go
Warning.
here.
Fuel levels are low. Fuel supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack.
Come on, I don't want to have to, like, push you in with something.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Valuable object.
Come on, you're almost there.
Credits awarded.
Work with me. There we go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, that's going in. That's going in. That's going in. Come on, sub 13. Come on. Or rather, sub 17. Go in, please. I want it, I want it, I want it.
Object accepted for process.
Okay,
Credits deposited.
that's all the work orders but the aluminum. And we don't care about the aluminum because we have the top score. No, we don't? What? What did I miss? Wait, what did I miss? Wait. Wait a second. Hold on. Power cell. And airlocks? Oh. I guess I didn't process the cube. It missed the barge. How very interesting. Okay, well, maybe next time, guys. That would have taken it if I got the cube. That's like a million credits in that cube. Anyway, have a great one. See you next time.